Hey Leo, how are you today? Thank you for joining the channel. This is the Divine Order of the High Priestess. Thank you so much to everyone for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel, putting comments in. I had some of the most beautiful messages come forth this week from people. So it's truly validating for me on so many levels. If you'd like a personal reading, I did one today. It was pretty awesome. Check the description box below for my email. Shoot me a quick note and we'll get something set up for you. But let's just kind of dive right into the reading, Leo. We're going to be using the Osho Zen Tarot deck today for the reading, which is one of my favorites. And in the pre-shuffle, here's what I got for you. We've got projections, innocence, rebel, maturity, compromise in reverse, the burden in reverse, new vision, and on the bottom of the deck we've got the Thunderbolt card. Excuse me. So Leo, if there was something recently that you went through, I think you're looking back on it realizing that it's possible that you were projecting, maybe not seeing the situation clear, almost like when you're looking in the mirror, it's like you're looking at yourself, but it's a different version, kind of, right? Because it's not really you, it's the mirrored version. But definitely male and female involved in this connection. It doesn't have to be romantic, could be family, could be friends, could be colleagues, work colleagues, that type of thing. But there's a situation where what you were seeing maybe was not accurate. And I think you're slowly realizing that. There's an innocence to this other person. I don't think this is you, Leo. I'm getting very strongly this is the other person. But there's an innocence tied to this other person. And I actually just had an interesting revelation. As I was looking at these cards, Spirit was just talking to me. There's these two people, right? The rebel and the innocence. I was going to pick up and say that this is the other person, Leo, right? And then I got to this card and Spirit was like, wait, maybe it's reverse. Either way, it's interesting that this card is basically like influencing these two. So it's quite possible that you're trying to assess this other person. Which one is it? If you're like looking at somebody else, right? Is the person innocent or are they the rebel? Who are they? I want to understand who this person is because it's just not clear for you right now. But you're looking a little bit deeper. Maybe in the past you didn't look deeper and you always just made your judgment, went directly to the rebel. Like, I've always looked at this person this way. This is who they are. Can't be this person. But now maybe you're looking at it a little bit more, Leo, trying to assess maybe this person is not this. And you've thought that all along. And they really are this. And it's like the grasshopper praying mantis, like on, it's kind of got like the world in his finger, right? Or hand, palm of the hand. Can't even talk today, but you get ultimately, like, interesting is that I think in the past, this and maybe lost some of your respect, and now you're starting to see them in a mature, radiant, and they have to the world in a way, right? It's like maybe this woman's just stepping into her own mature being, and it's forcing you to look at the situation like this. But you never realized it was a projection until recently. That's kind of causing some upheaval within you, Leo. I don't know if you like it because it ultimately kind of makes you look at yourself then further and your contribution to this situation that's panned out. If you've been stubborn, unwilling to compromise, not wanting to take on a burden that maybe was yours to be, I think you're coming out of mindset where you're just looking at it and not willing to participate. And instead, you're moving towards a greater vision for the two of you. Maybe you have a perspective on who this person is, and that's the thing you want to go towards now. instead of just being stuck in a place that is no longer relevant. Interesting. Some information is going to come to you, or there's some type of like awakening that you're going to go through, Leo. It's going to potentially self-destruct, so to speak. Could be within yourself, could be your perspective on this matter, could be the way that you project situations onto people. But when you come to this awakening, I think it's going to be such a catalyst change in a positive way, more than it ever has been in the past for you. Let me get a couple more cards here for you. Really exciting. I think it's hard when we are projecting. You're not always sure what the truth is, I guess, relative to people or situations. We only see kind of what we want to see, but it's never fully accurate, I guess, unless you're around them all the time. These cards flew out. We've got transformation and success. Yeah, so Leo, there's definitely something you want to either repair or you want to change. And this new vision is asking you to really take a look at the ways you have behaved or acted in certain situations and your ability to see clearly. It's like a mature way of thinking, right? Rather than just staying stuck in like old ways and conditioning and old ways of behaving, thinking, patterns that are not relevant anymore, outdated beliefs. But you're in doing this work, it's really a lot of internal work, Leo. You're achieving a level of success in a way that maybe you haven't previously. That's super exciting. It's not a tangible or materialistic type of success. It's not a financial win. It could be, but I feel strongly that it's tied to this connection. Maybe you are pushing past your own limitations tied to what you can give and receive in the relationship or what you're willing to put up with. But it's more like personal success. So there's no fear anymore. Maybe there were fears or insecurities tied to this situation of this person, and it was a huge burden on you. You didn't want to compromise, you didn't want to change your beliefs at the time, but now you're starting to open your eyes and see the truth for what it is, right? And so that's forcing you to change, whether you want to or not. That's kind of the Thunderbolt card in itself. It's a catalyst. And it's exciting because in doing all this work, Leo, this transformation is going to lead you to so much more success and abundance in your life. It's kind of like really pushing you outside your comfort zone in a way that you never thought you could live your life, which is awesome. I'm sure it takes a lot of work to push past some of our own constructs that we've created. A couple more, Leo. Yeah, so having trust in the divine is pretty critical right now. Taking the risk, letting go. You have to let go of something in the past, Leo. It's no longer relevant, unfortunately. And you're starting to really observe this. And you want to take this risk or this jump or move towards this person, but you're just maybe not fully ready, and that's totally okay. Just know that a new journey awaits for you. This person, I think, is supposed to be in your life in some way, shape, or form. I think if you come back to this matter with a new perspective or just a new approach, it's quite possible that it's going to be all you need to catapult this into the right direction. If it's could have been severed ties with somebody or let something go in the past that you didn't want to and you didn't know how to actually manage this individual, but the Fool is telling you to start anew, think fresh, come back with a different approach, understanding that this can probably be worked out, if you just are willing to transform. Let me see one more card, Leo. Yeah, letting go of past emotions too. Emotions tied to this situation. Because it's just, Spirit keeps saying it's no longer relevant for you at the moment. Experiencing. Yeah, you want more with this. There's more that I think you know life to be. Spirit wants to acknowledge that it's time to move into that state of being. It's time to have fun with life again. It's time to be playful and reintegrate yourself into this experience, because even though you're like putting yourself out and you're like, I don't want anything to do with it, it's critical to your own soul growth and evolution. I think it's just like something you're meant to experience in this life, even though it might be challenging or hard. And when doing that, Leo, you're not going to be considered ordinary in any way. If anything, you're going to be looked at as, you don't have to measure up to this person. You can still be you and they can be them, and individually, and doesn't have to have crossover or doesn't make one look more ordinary than the other. You are still a very unique divine being that deserves uh, all the acknowledgement and recognition in the world. It doesn't have to be that way. Have the courage. Have the courage to give this a shot, because this is, um, I feel like this has been weighing on you for quite some time, and you're just, it's time for a change. I think you know that. You're starting to feel it too internally. That's all I have for you today, Leo. Interesting reading. I like the direction you're going. Stay positive and try to enjoy the rest of July. If you're Leo end of month birthday, happy birthday, Leo. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. If you'd like, share, subscribe, comment, any of that stuff, I love it. I'm totally grateful for any activity on my channel and support. And if you'd like a personal reading, check the description box below for my email. Shoot me a note and we'll get you set up with a reading. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.